Welcome back to another episode of Flights and Insights. Joining me again, right seat co-pilot here, Dr. Chris Smiley. Chris and I just finished up another conversation on 2020 money, an in-depth discussion around one of the more controversial topics that is discussed in the eye care profession, specifically with practice owners, which is the using the aviation metaphor that we talked about on the first Flights and Insights. The headwinds, tailwinds, crosswinds, however you want to think about that relationship of vision care plans in your practice. There's been a really big movement with practice owners on getting away from vision plans and going out of network. And again, we talk about how you've gone the other, well, really not gone the other way, but you've chosen to really harness the benefit of vision benefit plans or vision care plans. One of the biggest frustrations, though, is that right, we see it in any online forum, any Reddit thread, anything that has a community or congregation of ECPs is, okay, my costs have doubled, tripled, quadrupled, pentupled over this time period, yet my reimbursements haven't changed at all. For someone that has continued to grow and scale their practice, how do you respond to that gripe or that, dare I say, victim mentality and mindset?
No, Adam, the frustrations are real. I mean,
Yeah, let's acknowledge that, right?
absolutely.
There is truth in that.
Yeah, and reimbursements stay flat while costs keep rising. There's no doubt. But I mean, the thing is waiting for higher fees is like waiting for perfect flying conditions.
Nice. You're two for two, dude. That was great. Well
No,
done.
I know, I know. You know, a blind squirrel finds a nut every
Hey,
once in a
well
while.
done.
But here's the thing: pilots don't wait for the weather. They adapt their flight plan. And that's what practices really have to do. The exam has to be the takeoff point, not the landing. So when you multiply every exam into eyeglasses, contact lenses, advanced eye care like dry eye, myopia control, or vision therapy, you're no longer capped by a fee schedule.
Yeah.
The vision plans don't decide your altitude. You do.
Sky's the limit, right?
The sky is the limit. Absolutely.
I think that is a really, I love that observation that the vision plan is the weather and we adapt to the weather. Now, full disclosure, as a pilot, yes, I will eventually make go and no go decisions if the weather is bad enough. If it is truly limiting my ability to execute a mission, yes, I will scrub the flight and I will not
100%.
take off. And I think if I'm continuing with your metaphor here, there are plans out there that if we do our due diligence on the plan, we can empirically and confidently say, this does not work for my practice. But what I'm hearing you say, and what we dive into in greater detail in the conversation that we had on the ground, again, links to that episode are going to be in the show notes, or links to that episode will be below in this video. That doesn't mean it's not an absolute. It doesn't mean that because one of them doesn't work, they all don't work. You have to evaluate the weather, evaluate the terms and conditions that are being presented to you as a business owner. And once you have that full data set, now we can make the empirical decision of whether we go or no go.
Absolutely. So it's the vision plan is just the beginning. We're looking for the full process and we're looking at how we capture that patient and then we meet that patient's full vision needs.
I love it. I love it. So again, full discussion, continuation of this thought process and mindset are going to be in that episode that I had with Chris, or in that conversation that I had with Chris. Again, links to the 2020 Money podcast are in the description of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch everybody on the next episode or on the next show of Flights and Insights. Chris, thanks for being here. Let's get this thing on the ground.
All right. Thank you.